Is that your husband?
No, it's my son.
Oh, look for you. You're aging like fine wine. He did it in like milk.
Well, I found the address. I don't know, maybe he works a lot and that's why he can't get it done, or he has a broken mower. But we did go by there and the lawn was out of control. So we're going to go by and see if he'll let us mow his grass.
We are coming out in the middle of the day, but my hope is that they're home. You ready?
Yep.
How you doing?
Hi. We was just driving by and we noticed that your grass was overgrown.
Okay. How much you gonna charge me for it?
Once a week we go out and we mow
You got a card?
someone's lawn for free.
Once a week we go out and we do lawns for free.
Okay. Oh, you want to cut it for free? Yeah. Okay, yeah, run it on. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I just say I was gonna pay you if you just waited a day or two, but that's fine. If you want to run it over, that's cool. And get the hose out the way and stuff.
So when we do these for free, we record the property.
Okay.
And so is that okay that we record?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
You gotta
So-
act like you're gonna do a lot to it or something if you record it. You try to edge it and everything?
Yeah.
Okay, shoot. Have fun. Yeah, let me know when you're done. Knock on the door.
Okay. And what's the reason why this is in the condition that it's in right now?
My roommate's lazy as hell. He just don't do it. He ain't been doing it. And I do everything else. And if I do that, then that way he's not doing nothing.
What? Oh no. Oh my gosh. Look at this. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna make it beautiful or what?
Yep.
Yep.
There's a lot of weeding stuff, it looks like. There's even, did you notice this? Even in here. We have to get a little wishing well.
Very interesting.
That'll make it look really prettier right in here with everything done.
Belt broke on my mower. I'm like, oh, dick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna mow it and
What's it costing?
nothing. We're recording it and we're doing everything for
Once a
free.
week we go out and we do lawns for free. We pick one lawn for free per week. And we've seen this when we came by. We've seen the last time it was mowed and it looked like it was halfway mowed.
Yeah, because my fucking belt on my mower, you see the mower in the back?
Yeah.
Yeah, it broke. Thank you, but what do you do that for? Just FYI.
We record everything that we do. We put the content online and show the transformation of what it looked like
So
before
you
to after.
record for goodness.
Right.
I guess once a week, yes.
No, that's good. No, I'm all about, like, I mowed their lawn, her lawn, his lawn with the same mower.
That's yours and it broke.
But does it help somebody else out? Yes, 100%. And that's what I'm about, is helping others out. Unfortunately, it usually kicks me in the ass. But I can take it. They can't.
Yeah.
So, but thank you for doing that. Seriously, thank you. Don't worry about the edging. I got the weed whacker.
We're doing it all.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a card?
Yes.
No, I'll put that shit out on Facebook. I swear to God I will. If somebody else is helping somebody else out, I'm all about it. I really, really am.
Let me get the card.
And my roommate's like, dude, I'm like, I'm working fucking 120 hours a week. I'm so tired. It's not even funny.
Like, I don't mind helping you, bud, but man, that's bad.
Well, if you come back by through here, maybe tomorrow or another day, you'll have to check it out and see what it looks like. We're edging, we're cutting the grass, we're cutting the palm trees back.
Nice.
We're doing as much as we can for it.
Oh yeah, I help people out too when I see lawns are tall. I'll knock on the door and be like, hey, you know, I understand times are hard. I'm not asking for money, but if you want, I don't mind to spend my 10 or 20 minutes and just cut the grass real quick for you at least, and weed eat around your mailbox. Where I do it to help some people, because some people you can tell, you know, are down on their luck, and that one thing of kindness you can do can go a long way. That people don't realize that.
Yeah,
You know, that 5 or 10 minutes could change their whole year. You know.
exactly.
5 or 10 minutes can change an entire year.
Yep.
Yeah.
It can.
Wow, yeah.
And it can make them go out and do something nice
Yeah.
for somebody.
Because they might have that attitude where, you know, someone did them wrong. They're like, oh, I just don't care to help people. But then the kindness you do or I do might change their whole the whole diameter and how they think.
Yep.
So,
Very good way of looking at things.
yeah. And I always look at, you know, I'm always grateful for the things I do have, because, like, you know, you and me have things that where we can get out and make money for our family, that a lot of people don't have that.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of people that don't have the ways of making money and struggle. So, you know, if I can pitch in and do my little part to help someone else out, it makes me feel good at the end of the day too, you know? You all have a good one, guys.
You too.
went inside. Here it goes. Good looking.
Probably a water. Thank you. What do you think so far?
I was trying to get the areas that didn't have very much grass in it so we didn't have to pour it all over, but the thicker area I was just gonna weed it down, let him pour the acid on that part. Thought we was gonna get a little bit of rain, but it sprinkled and stopped. My electrolytes. It's hot. We're in the sun. We need to get out in the sun. That's some hay.
That's it. What?
Do you know what that property owner said?
What?
He came up to me and told me that if we're still here when he gets back, because he had to go somewhere, that he's going to give us a tip because he didn't know we was going to do all this.
Really?
Yeah. I guess he thought we was just going to mow the yard and leave all the weeds around all his stuff. But hey.
Oh, hey. Look at it. Hey. Do you want some hay?
Hey, how you doing? Here you go.
something, even though
They gave us $23.
I
For a
think it covered
tip.
gas or something, you know.
Okay. How do you think about the yard?
Beautiful, beautiful. It's beautiful. I didn't know you all were doing the trees and everything, the bushes and everything. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. We are done with the property. I'm really glad that we were able to get this property. I had my eyes on that property for probably about 3 weeks to a month, and I didn't think it was going to take 6 hours for us to do it. It's 7:20 right now, and we got it done. Someone didn't want to come back for a second day. It was really hot. There was no clouds. Wow, this road is bumpy. But hey, the guy gave us a tip. How much was it?
$23.
$23. So we got something.
He said he couldn't see not giving us something for all the work that we did, and he wasn't expecting us to do.
I wasn't expecting him to give a tip, but he did. And I think that the property turned out really nice. I like the before and after on the property. And let us know in the comments what you think about the before and the after of the property, and what you thought about the video. But
Like and subscribe.
we're gonna go ahead and wrap up, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.
I got my feet on a cloud and I won't come down. No, I won't come down. I used to bounce on knees, fresh from the oven, chubby and carefree. I had a mind at ease. Now I oversee the trees, birds and the beasts and the man and his empty deeds. I see everything. I got my feet on a cloud and I won't come down. I saw the eyes of the maker, heard a rushing sound.